What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to TD Phins Talk Home with the real Miami Dolphin fans. I find myself on the road again, headed back home from Miami, and decided to go ahead and answer some questions. Basically, have a Miami Dolphins conversation and also answer some questions. We're gonna give some people some time to come in. My wife says she's gonna help me out reading the questions to me. All right, D Hug, your question on what moves? What was that again? What move do I think Flores does with the offense and the staff? That's the biggest mystery. That is the biggest mystery hanging out there. I know everybody's hearing all of this Harbaugh stuff and Flores getting fired and things like that. First of all, if Stephen Ross and Chris Greer decided to fire Flores for Harbaugh, we would still be in the first things first. We'd still be in a great position. Okay, it's not a downgrade whatsoever. So that wouldn't be a loss. Number one. But but ultimately, I don't think anything like that would happen anyway. First off, let's get a few things straight. Flores is going to get the utmost opportunity to run this team, and this will be his last year of having that chance where he has to prove himself. If he's unable to prove himself, then we'll pretty much move on without hesitation. But he'll be given this year, and this year he's going to be given all the weapons to his disposal. He's going to have a fully reloaded offense this year. Not fully reloaded, but a loaded offense this year. And from a staff standpoint, that's the real mystery. Is he going to continue with what he has now? Or is he going to go out and look for an offensive line coach, a offensive coordinator overall? He was very hesitant in his press conference to answer that question on what he was thinking about, which he should be because the season isn't over yet. So that's my take on it. Shout out to all the members. If you're new to the channel, subscribe, hit that like button. No, I'm not headed to the game tomorrow. I'm actually leaving Miami now. I'm headed back to Central Florida. By the way, tomorrow it's supposed to be 60% chance of rain, 17 miles per hour wind. So you're gonna have nasty rainy weather again potentially. Luckily we got like that semi canopy, so it just depends on how bad that turns out to be. But you might have a wet day tomorrow as well. But no, I'll be watching Tua's last game at home, taking it in. That's simple. Fire everybody. Flo has to go for Harbaugh. That's what somebody said. Well, two people said that, I guess. I just totally disagree. Again, I was having this conversation with EM. Let me say this about Harbaugh. Harbaugh has been known as a great coach, okay? First and foremost, here's what people need to understand. Harbaugh's system, first of all, he's gonna basically probably need to revamp a lot of the stuff that we have going on now. But he would inherit Deshaun Watson right away, so that would be a good look as well. But I always ask people this about great coaches. I don't believe, like, of course I believe in great coaches, but I don't believe great coaches are great because of themselves. I believe great coaches are great because they tap into the coordinators that they hire or develop. That's what made coaches great. Um, a lot of times these coaches don't know how to develop talent. They just know how to identify talent. And sometimes you need to be able to develop it in this league. So Harbaugh is definitely a good coach, but at the same token, I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen, I'm very skeptical whenever it comes to quote unquote good coaches. We always do this. Adam Gase was a good coach. Look, he can develop quarterbacks. Look at what he did with Peyton Manning. It's always a great coach when they have all the talent they need around them. Can somebody name to me a great coach that won with the average roster, that didn't have a franchise quarterback, that didn't have a top defense? Can somebody please name to me a head coach that did it that way? It'll be pretty hard to find. And that's my point. A lot of these coaches live off the names of the talent that they put on the team versus their ability to coach. So I'm a little skeptical about that type of stuff. Insanity, I'm here. Sorry, y'all. My wife delayed on reading the comments.
How soon will we know about the Watson situation?
Very soon. When I get home, I'm gonna verify some information, make a few phone calls and stuff. But from my understanding, there are reports coming out right now that 18 out of the 21 cases have been settled. I thought that they were about to be settled, but now a lot of reports are saying that they are settled. I haven't verified that myself, but that's what a lot of reports are saying. But I verify reports these days. But if that is true, then we're really close. We're really close. I give you by the end of this month, you'll know a lot more about the Watson situation.
Someone said, "Hey TD, what did you think about the thing I sent you on Instagram? Last name Bird01 said that."
He gonna have to say what he sent me.
What did you
40
send?
people send me something every day, so you gotta tell me what it was you sent me so I can remember. I probably seen it, but you gotta tell me which one it was. I see all type of stuff all day, bro.
Pete says Tua is the best ever. TD, you were wrong on Tua.
Yeah, we know, Pete. This dyslexia is taking over out here, so you know it's all good, Pete.
Hi there, Dark Reaper. Somebody says, Drew Patron says, TD, what happens if Watson ends up not being able to clear up his legal issues this offseason? Are you sticking with Tua?
If Watson isn't able to clear up his legal issues this summer, believe it or not, ladies and gentlemen, I think the situation has gotten so bad that the Miami Dolphins would still pull the trigger at this point. What you have to understand is this organization already has enough information at this point. When the warrant was issued to look at Deshaun Watson's cell phone records and Cash App and pay all those records, in that warrant it tells you what charge is being investigated, and it is a misdemeanor indecency assault that is being investigated. And if he is charged for that, immediately I'm sure that the plea deal will be offered, and he has no priors. He's advocate in the community. He's an advocate in the community, and at the end of the day, this kid may see no issues whatsoever that arise from this. I legitimately see worst case scenario, community service or a fine.
Philip O says, why did you miss the roundtable?
I didn't miss the roundtable. I showed up for the last 20 minutes. But the reason why I didn't show up on time is because just like right now, I'm driving on my way back to Central Florida. I was driving on my way to Miami, and I had my kids in the car, and I usually have it on the speaker. And Matt's that works and a few of the fellas, which I don't have a problem with, but the language that could come across when it's not on my platform isn't conducive to what I want my children to be listening to. So I had to wait till I actually arrived because we got there about 40 minutes late. Then I hopped on right away to face the music, and I did. So there you have it.
Someone says, I love my fans that are fans, but y'all make us the worst fan base in football. Y'all don't have knowledge of the game, but love crying about it.
Well, I mean, it would have been better if they were more descriptive about what they were saying just now, or whatever.
Pete says, fire career, please flow, cool, but he might go to new GM, but Flo is a good coach.
I agree. Y'all give me one. Y'all can hear me just fine. Can y'all hear me just fine? I want to make sure real quick. Let me know in the comment section. Can you hear me just fine right now? Yes or no in the comment section. Can you hear me just fine?
Black Dolphin says yes. All right, yep, good. All good. Okay.
I took them out that way they can hear you reading the questions too.
Okay, no problem. Hi guys. So someone says, let me go back up. If he doesn't want to come here, hold on. Let me see. Fire Greer. Okay. Phins Up JT says, do you bench Howard and Brian and start Noah and Needham?
As far as I care, you bench everybody. I mean, anybody of value in the future of this team or trade worthy, you bench them all, man.
Who cares about this last game? I don't care what happens in it. It ain't going to be our draft pick anyway. It's not we traded the draft pick away. And then on top of it, even if it was ours, we wouldn't be using it because we're trading it away. Sit any and everybody. This game means nothing. It's just another opportunity for us to watch Dolphin football, which I appreciate and I'm going to enjoy. That's it.
TD, is it true Marino wants Watson?
Yes, Marino been wanting Watson. And all y'all who try to make it seem like Marino loves Tua, everybody loves Tua as a person. As a player, they love him too, but they understand that he has to develop, he has limitations, and they don't feel like he's going to be the future of this organization and lead us to a Super Bowl.
TD, I hear Marino is pushing Ross for Watson.
He should be. He should be. There should be no reason why he's not pushing for Watson. Y'all should be pushing for Watson. It's that simple. We don't have to complicate this. It's that simple. If you want this team to win, you should want to upgrade at every position. Every position. I mean, you can tell me I love Raekwon Davis, but if freaking Aaron Darnold was available and we could get him, and it was all for the right terms, we should all be pushing for that. I love Jalen Waddle. But if the number one receiver in the league comes available, we should be pushing for it. I'm just saying in general, y'all, you upgrade every position if you can. It ain't exclusive to this one, that one, and not the quarterback. The problem is we're in uncharted territories. We're not used to – nobody usually can upgrade the quarterback position when you have an average one. It's not easy. It's hard to get a great quarterback or an elite one. When you really look at the categories of great and elite, you might be able to count 8 of them in the NFL. Might. And that's debatable. So this isn't something that usually happens, so people don't know how to act. So when you get an average quarterback, you're like, don't get rid of that. It's all we have. I get it. But if you got an opportunity to upgrade, you got to take it. And that's just my take on that, man. It is what it is. All y'all should want them.
Richard Logan says, why give Flores Greer another year to completely ruin this excellent cap space and free agency just to fire them next year for not making the right decisions? I don't trust them at all at this point.
Yeah, but that means you don't trust the process. The process isn't written in 1 year. You don't go off a one-off season and say they're no good, they need to go. You don't go off the 2 off seasons and say they're no good, they need to go. Tell me outside of Tua's draft in the first round, what draft picks did they bust on? Outside of the first round of 2020, what draft picks did they bust on? It'll be real hard for you to name them. Free agency. They brought in a lot of good, valuable pieces, but they also wrote contracts that they can get off of easily. So what quite is it that you don't like about Flores and Greer's drafting and spending money history? That's all a fad, man. That's all talk because people want Tua, and at the end of the day, they're looking for somebody to demean to make Tua look like the angel. Unfortunately, ladies and gentlemen, it's not going to work. Tua's out of here. The front office and coaching staff is here to stay, and they're going to make those final touch moves this offseason. And whether you trust it or not, you just sit back, put your seatbelt on, and enjoy them victories after victories after victories in this postseason run we're going to have. Get ready.
By the way, I'm very behind. I'm sorry. Somebody says John Gruden didn't have a franchise QB at Tampa Bay. Mike Singletary built that team. Harbaugh inherited it.
Okay.
Through some. Let's see here. Doug Peterson won the Super Bowl with the Eagles. They're talking about when you were talking about which coaches did it without a.
Hold on. I'm confused. Is he talking about you talking about what coach did it with a mediocre team,
or
with an average team,
or without a QB, without a good QB?
No, I said an average team.
Oh.
Tell me what, because this was the conversation we had about coaches being great. What coach did it with an average team?
Ryan
Hold on. You mean to tell me that Eagles team was average? Get out of here. Their second string players were starters in the NFL. Don't forget, Jay Ajayi was a backup. That whole team was loaded. Are you kidding me?
Somebody says the Ravens, Brian Billick did it with the Ravens in 2000.
All right, man. For the record, when TD talks about NFL football, I am not talking about anything before 2002. I'm not talking about anything before the height of the Brady era. This is a totally different NFL, ladies and gentlemen. Money works different. Players' safety works different. The way the game is played is different. So if I ask you for any comparison, I am referring to 2002 forward. I want to make sure I'm clear about that.
Harbaugh is the 5th all-time in win percentage in NFL history. Bye-bye, Flo.
Congratulations, Harbaugh. But why? And another thing, I don't understand why y'all keep on saying bye-bye, Flo. If we can upgrade to Harbaugh, everybody should be for it. I mean, you will want to give Flores a chance, but you upgrade this team every way you can. I'm going to stick with that, and I'm telling y'all, nobody's immune to that. But y'all stop the Harbaugh dreams. Do you know that half of the NFL's front page of their Google search has bringing Harbaugh in? All y'all are doing is being a victim of these people who hate Flores because Tua ain't it, and they're trying to share this narrative extra hard. The Miami Dolphins is one of 15 teams on their homepage mentioning Harbaugh right now. If I'm not mistaken, I think the Vikings were the latest one I saw today mentioning Harbaugh.
Kitty, what do you think about our OC coaches? Are you sold on them?
I'm not sold on them, nor am I buying. At the end of the day, I don't know because they had to deal. See, they couldn't do their job normally like most OCs. They had to construct something dealing with limitations of a quarterback in an O-line and receivers. So you don't even know. I mean, this is how I say it, y'all. This is what I always say. Any given week, when you put on the all-22 tape, are there not wide open receivers that the quarterback's missing? Are there not blocks that the O-line's not making? Are there not receivers dropping the ball? These are great play calls, but bad execution. So I can't say I'm sold on them or not. Get me competency at all of those areas, then we'll see what they are.
Someone said, let me see here.
AP had a super chat thing.
Oh, let me go back to it. Let's see. It says, I'd give more power to Flores and get Greer out, in my opinion. Drive safe, by the way.
Appreciate it, Pete.
Let's see. It says, hold on one second. Oh, someone said they sent you on Instagram the Joe Burrow and Tua comparison.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I saw it, man. And you know what? I haven't verified it, but if it is correct, that's the epitome of no excuse for Tua. See, everybody think Joe Burrow got a top 10 O-line. Everybody think that Joe Burrow got the best this and the best that when his receivers get less separation and that O-line's ranked 22nd. I mean, come on, y'all. I mean, listen, I didn't care about what you said, not in a bad way, but I'm done arguing with people that's making excuses for a kid. At the end of the day, I don't care about the excuses. We know that there's flaws around him. All I care about is evaluating Tua Tagovailoa on what he could control. So when that O-line, I don't care if it was rare, even though it's not rare, but I say rare just to make people happy. Even if that O-line gave him 2 seconds, I only evaluate the plays where they give him time to throw, where the receivers are wide open, and this man is still out here missing reads at a high level, or seeing the read and inaccurately throwing, bad ball placement, misfiring, throwing picks, fumbling the ball, can't call an audible to save his life. I mean, it's come on, man. All I do is evaluate this kid off of what he can control. But everybody who keep talking about what's around him, you're showing how much excuses you're making. Why don't you evaluate him on what he can control? And you'll see he's average at best right now.
TD, are you worried that if we trade for Watson and he gets suspended for 6 games, that we might start 0-6 and in the hole again under Flo?
0-6 it is. We've secured ourselves. Listen, I don't care. Even if that means Flo getting fired at the end of that season. Only thing I care about is securing a franchise quarterback from now to the future. I don't care if they suspend that man for the whole season. He under contract with us, and we have a franchise quarterback for the future. Period.
What's up, TD? What position should we be looking at with our top 3 draft picks?
In 2025? I don't get what year you talking about. You all the way worrying about draft picks in 2025, bro? Because we ain't got no draft picks in the next 2 to 3 years. They already gone. And if you don't see it that way, then you living in a fantasy world. I ain't wasting my time talking about something that ain't even going to take place.
Someone says, hey, Blitz girl, love you. TD, do you think the Dolphins will sign Gesicki to a long-term contract this summer?
It all depends on the outlook of all these deals that get made, man. There's too many options. Miami's going to try to secure the quarterback position up front. Once they know that, they'll know where they are as far as navigating the rest of the roster. So they're going to focus on that first. Gesicki, I see scenarios where Gesicki is here, and I see scenarios where he's not. So the true answer is I have no clue. No clue.
Someone says, hold on one second. How good does Watson make this team in record? Are we Super Bowl contenders?
Well, we would have won 12 games this year. I would say that. I mean, you got to look at it. Even with Tua, if Tua wasn't hurt, we should have at least got the 10. You see what I'm saying? So Watson probably gives us 12 wins because we don't lose to Jacksonville nor Atlanta, in my opinion. And we could argue more, but I'll leave it there. Playoff-wise, minimum second round. And that's just a minimum because it's any given Sunday. And you got to continue to build a culture, a winning culture. But at least you feel confident that if you do lose a game in the playoffs, that your quarterback has a very small chance of being the reason why. Very small chance of being the reason why. And if your quarterback ain't the reason why, then you always got a chance. That's all we asking for. A lot of people want to make me out to say Watson is going to be the difference and him coming here is just going to automatically win a Super Bowl. We all acknowledge this team got to do more outside of just Watson to get to that level. But you got to start somewhere, and securing that guy is the first piece of that puzzle. Securing a franchise quarterback, man.
Let me see. It says, you're destroying your future by trading for one guy.
I don't get it. Who say we're trading for one guy? You're trading for a guy? Hold on. You mean to tell me if we traded for a left guard in the offseason, we'd be destroying our future? No. Y'all stop that stupid stuff. You traded for Deshaun Watson. You still got draft picks left over. You could trade for more if you want. Or you could draft more. And then you go in free agency and you get more. Stop this. You're trading for one guy and screwing up your future. What are you talking about? First of all, you're only giving up 2 years worth of early picks. 2 years. Guys, stop the delusion. Stop all that. See, that's that narrative I'm talking about right there. You're giving up everything to trade for one guy. You're not giving up everything. Stop these lies people telling out here.
DM says those contracts got us 10 wins as well.
Facts.
Ross Wood says, what would you do with the tight end room? Resign Mike Gesicki, resign Durham, Smythe, keep or cut Shadeen, trust, give Hunter Long more game time.
Well, they're going to continue forward with Hunter Long and his development. Again, just like I said earlier, it's all going to hinge on what they do with Gesicki. I think Durham Smythe has a huge future in Miami because they actually turned him into a poor man's Gesicki this year, and it was valuable. They just Shaheed Smythe or Smith, however you pronounce it. He was valuable this year. He made plays, and he did his job at the line of scrimmage. So, again, I can't really go into tight end until we see the outcome of Gesicki. But Hunter Long is part of the future, y'all.
Someone said, let's see here. Let me see. Titty, why can't we just keep Tua as a backup?
You can keep Tua as a backup, but they're not going to want the drama and the controversy. It's that simple. And if I was Tua, I wouldn't do that anyway. So he's gone, ladies and gentlemen. Just it is what it is.
Someone says Flo is an incompetent offensive coach, great defensively, but he absolutely failed to bring in a staff and talent on the offense.
I was just talking to EM about this with the offensive coordinator and the staff, y'all. Let's talk about that for a second. Y'all need to stop that crap. You got a brand new head coach, right? Let's say that let's say that everybody listening, you are a great offensive coordinator, and everybody knows you in the NFL, right? And Brian Flores gets hired in Miami. And Brian Flores calls you and say, man, I'd love for you to come be my offensive coordinator, do something special. We got the defense under lock. The first year of Flores, they were going to be getting rid of all the talent on the roster. Ain't no competent offensive coordinator in this world going to come to that situation because the team is going to suck and it's going to hurt their stock. Because the OC is trying to be a head coach eventually. The second year, you were just bringing in talent, so you were building. They don't want to come to that situation either, especially with a quarterback that's mediocre at best, and you got to alter the offense for him. So this year, you want to bring in a great OC, but y'all act like it's the easiest thing in the world to hire great OCs. It's just like free agency. It's just not easy. So understand that. It's not easy to bring in certain guys. Now, you going to get Deshaun Watson, your best offensive coordinators will be actually asking, hey, you need an OC? They'll be running to come to Miami because no OC trying to be a head coach wants an incompetent quarterback, man, making them look bad.
OG Micro Z says, what if Watson comes to Miami and he's an average QB?
Well, I'm not going to entertain that because his whole career has indicated otherwise. So what if we keep Tua and he get worse and become a poor QB instead of average? That's like saying that. How about that? So which one you going to take? Tua getting poor or Deshaun Watson getting poor? I'll take an average Deshaun Watson over a poor Tua anyway, any day.
Pennywise, what's your question? You said I have a question. T. Rich says, Kirk Cousins or Tua?
Kirk Cousins. All day. I'm upgrading from Tua, period, man. You upgrade regardless, man. No matter what your option is, if it's an upgrade, you go for it.
CB83 says, Omar Kelly said that if we tag Gesicki, he'll get slot receiver tag 15 to 17 million. Don't see us tagging him because of that. Yeah,
we're not tagging him. I mean, anybody could have put that together. You're not going to do that because he has a right. The NFL, we're going to try to tag him as a tight end. The NFL, he's going to file a grievance. The NFL is going to look at the snap count, and they're going to say, no, Miami, he's played receiver snaps. That's what you have to tag him as. So they're not going to waste their time. They're going to either give him a deal that he deserves or trade him.
Bag Manny says, TD, can Tua play 10 times better than this? What do you feel that his true potential is?
Ain't nobody in their mama believe Tua can play 10 times better than this. Nobody in their mama believe that he can play 2 times better than this. Tua's ceiling is 1.5 times what he is now. And again, that's good at best. Not really good. At a minimum, you need a really good quarterback, really good, great, or elite quarterback to get it done, man.
Derek Riles, hopefully I'm not butchering your name, says, I think this team can prosper without the Secchi with Deshaun Watson.
Absolutely. First of all, Deshaun Watson alone will elevate this team. He will make that O-line look better, not in a statistical way, but he'll make more plays out of what the O-line does. So y'all know how I keep showing y'all on all 22. Tua got 2 wide open options, but he always take the check down. Watson gonna eat. He gonna get that 40 yards. Tua gonna get the 7 yards. It may be a first down, but 2 first downs later we punting. There's a difference, man. There's levels to this.
TD, would you focus on OL and FA and WR and R? Okay, wait a minute. OL, what is an FA?
What is a FA?
And wide receiver.
In the FA? Free agency? Or
I guess that's what it is. TD, would you focus on offensive line and free agency and wide receiver and running back in the draft? Sorry about that.
Offensive line, I'm a free agent type guy because you don't know what you're gonna get in the draft. It don't matter who you draft, you just don't know what they're gonna turn out to be. And I don't want to waste draft picks for offensive linemen. I'd rather go get a guy coming fresh off his rookie deal that is average or better. See, O-line, you can give me a whole bunch of average guys and I'm fine. The problem is we've gotten poor play from some of these guys.
Robert King says, Kirk Cousins is a trade. Why would you want to bring a trade to Miami? No.
Well, I didn't say I would want to, but at the end of the day, if it's an option, it's an option. I didn't say I would want to. I'm just saying I would upgrade this team, though.
Remember, T. Rich asked Tua over Kirk Cousins.
Yeah, exactly. But also, Watson is a trade. That's why.
Somebody says Russell Wilson? ?
I'm not a big advocate of that move, but any upgrade is better. That's all I care about is upgrading positions on this team. We always talk about the quarterback, but that ain't the only position. But and I get it. Everybody want to know about the quarterback, so that's why we talk about it a lot. Upgrade at any position or any staff member on this team. That's all I'm about. That's why when I don't get people on Instagram, TD, they might get Harbaugh. Flores might be gone. And do you know that's an upgrade potentially? I don't get people's narrative. Like us moving on from Flores to Harbaugh is a bad thing or a thing. I don't get that.
Mike Larry says Brady's success gave Flores a job. What is Flores known for?
Brady's success gave Flores a job.
What is Flores known for?
How in the heck did Brady's success give Flores a job? Brady don't play defense. Matter of fact, if you really look at it, Brady struggled in a lot of postseason games. Brady ain't put up any points in postseason games all the time. It was a lot of dog fights, and that defense held their own for years. So that Brady, I don't even know why I even answered that. Brady made Flores. That's ignorant.
T. Rich said excuses for Flo, LOL.
What excuse? Did I make an excuse for Flo?
Richard Aurora says, I would love Ken Dorsey as a coordinator.
Yeah, we're going to have our options this year. I'm telling y'all, they know the first ripple, they're going to sell a coordinator if they move on from our current ones. They're going to sell a coordinator. Listen, we're going all in for Watson. We need you here. As soon as that coordinator, that good coordinator here, Watson, and listen, y'all don't be surprised if Bill O'Brien ain't in Miami as the coordinator. He's trying to be a head coach right now. But if he don't get that job, he might end up in Miami. He the one who brought in Watson and worked with him all these years anyway. Bill O'Brien might end up in Miami.
Someone says, you don't even need the all 22 on Watson to see it. Let me see. I'm getting caught up on questions.
Thanks.
I have yet to see any sports commentator say that Tua is a franchise QB. Someone said Esteban's in the comment section. I saw Ian earlier.
Listen, everybody has said something negative about this man.
Somebody says, TD, can you do an all 22 on Watson and show them what's
I
up?
can't because I don't have any all 22 of him. Y'all have to understand how hard it is to get access to this stuff to begin with. I have access to Dolphins all 22, but another team, that would be even harder. I'll see what I can do if I can conjure up some old all 22. I'll go searching this week for
Oh
it.
gosh, John says TDU and Hillary need to make a new Dolphin song. No, that won't happen, John.
A new Dolphin what?
A new Dolphin song. That won't be happening. When will we see if a trade happens for Watson? Joey LaSalle.
Well, you might hear something that's agreed to in principle within the next 45 days. But I think, listen, as soon as you hear information about his case, whatever direction is headed in, anything outside of a felony charge, the moment they can trade for Deshaun Watson, they will. Anything outside of a felony charge, they will trade for that man as soon as the March 16th date comes.
Robert King says Mr. Ross wants Tua. Hold on one second. Mr. Ross wants Tua. Everybody
Absolutely.
else was against that move now. That's water under the bridge. Let's cut our losses and get Watson.
Yeah, it's a done deal, man. People just still holding out hope. I mean, you got a lot of people. This is the sad part about it. You literally got people begging and praying that this man get charged with a felony. They are begging and praying that this man, that the situation is worse than people know right now. That's the sad part about it.
Let's see here. Someone says, TD Phins Talk, if Preston Williams and Will Fuller leave this upcoming season, would you try to draft a top wide receiver in 2023 or sign one in free agency? I think that's what
you mean 2022. You sign one in free agency this year because there's too many great ones coming out and you got too much money to miss up on them. If you're going to go get Watson and you already got Waddle as a foundation, oh my gosh, I don't care. You go get our boy from Atlanta or you go get our boy from Green Bay, either one of those guys, man.
That was the next question. TD, if we don't get Watson this summer, would you give up everything for Rodgers and Adams?
That's a temporary Band-Aid. Again, we don't want to see this defense get old. So you would consider going to get you a Super Bowl right now, just like Tampa did. You got the defense for it. If you brought in Adams and Rodgers, that you'll still have, probably $30 million left over to go ahead and get some O-line help. And now you try to sneak in one or two Super Bowls in the next 3 years. So I'm not against it.
People are talking about how the Dolphins mistreated Tua during the free agency and how unprofessional.
How the Dolphins mistreated Tua during free agency?
And how unprofessional it was.
I'm glad they treated him that way. I'm glad it rattled his cage. You know why? Because at the end of the day, pressure bursts pipes. By what Miami did to Tua, basically showed you who he was and how he would handle it. And he didn't handle it bad for the most part. But you got the purest form of Tua Tagovailoa in a pressure cooker, and it still wasn't good enough. I didn't need to wait 3-4 more years from now to find that out. I'm glad it went down the way that it went down. I want him to have adversity. I want him to have things that are working against him because I want to see if he has that magic to rise above it. And the reality is, he's just stuck with it. That's it.
Did just give me Watson and Tunsil back for all the first-round picks? Pro Bowl center and right guard definitely need a ground and a pound running back.
Well, that Tunsil situation, I keep telling y'all, don't be surprised. Y'all remember, y'all been hearing that from me for months now. That Tunsil situation, I would not be surprised. Keep your eyes open.
TD, I agree with you. Tua is not the answer. Huntley from the Ravens is a better fit in Miami.
Whatever we can do to upgrade at any position is what I want to do.
Which offensive coordinator would replace Godsey and Studsville?
If they were to get replaced, I keep telling you, Bill O'Brien might be our next OC. They're going to get Watson, y'all. Come to that reality. Who better? Who better? Don't forget, Watson, even in a 4-12 season, this man out there putting up the losing games after putting up 30 points. This man lost games where they put up over 30 points and they lost.
Someone says, what if Watson wants his input on who we hire?
Well, we already have our staff. Watson only wants input on the head coach, and that's part of the reason why he wants to be here. He likes what Flores and what he stands for. He also loves that there's a minority coach as a general manager as well. So he doesn't have to worry about Stephen Ross saying we're not going to let the prisoners run the asylum. You don't have to worry about semi-racist comments.
Sammy, you sound like a hater. Why do we like that? Titty, why would the Cowboys be a first-round exit?
Why would they?
Yeah.
Because it's the Cowboys. Best answer I can give you.
Oh, my gosh. Get up. This is a Dolphins channel. You stick with the Dolphins, Sammy. No, I'm just kidding. That was pretty funny. We probably will be a first-round exit after what the Cardinals did to us. Let's see here. Estefans. Hey, Esteban. Flores runs a defense opposing teams know of, and they still can't stop it. It's just as imposing as Henry's run game in Tennessee. Fans asking for Flo to go don't know.
Yeah, it's a lot of lying on Flo right now because of hidden agendas. Some people hate him for private reasons that I don't have to get into out here in our community, which is such a shame. Nasty people. And then you have people that hate him because they feel like that's the only way Tua stays is if they can get a scapegoat and get a new coach. See, that's what people are hoping for. Well, if we fire Flo and get a new coach, maybe he'll keep Tua. That's what they're hoping. That's what they're hoping for, y'all. That's why this campaign about Harbaugh and all that crazy stuff is happening. It's because they're hoping that if we get a new coach, he might decide to keep Tua and maybe evaluate him for 1 year. Oh my gosh, it's so sad what people out here doing, man.
Someone said I checked. You can't see the all 22 from last season on Game Pass. But EM says I've been watching a lot of Watson on tape recently, and I think he loves what he's seeing. Corey says if the Phins do make a QB change, I can see the Browns being majorly interested in Tua.
Listen, Tua's gonna get interest because let me tell you why. There will be, like, ladies and gentlemen, mark my words. There's like almost 16 teams that might be going through a quarterback change. So let's dumb that down. Let's say 10 teams go through a quarterback change. There are 6 premier quarterbacks that you would love to have, that you would be fine with having on your team. Them other 4, any one of those teams would take a chance on trying to hope Tua can continue to grow and develop. So that's my take on it. He'll have a market. It's just, what is he worth? I know y'all been hearing these reports that general managers say that he barely was worth a 4th round pick at the trade deadline. I don't know how true all that is, but I'm gonna tell y'all now. I can't wait to see what we can get for Tua. Because if we don't get a second or better, that means this league really view this kid as trash. Not him as a person, but his skills.
ENP says, this is clearly the best, he gave you a donation. He says, this is clearly the best time to move Tua. 8 out of 10 teams will need to replace or find a new QB. And it's an exceptionally weak QB class.
I agree. You got Pickett coming out, and that's it. This is the year. And I love it, man. All that parity, but we got to secure the guy first. We got to secure our guy first, man. We'll see how it go down.
Tina, you actually said that we might get Laremy Tunsil back right after the first trade was made. I remember.
I've been saying it. But we'll see. Time always tells, right?
Matthew says, with Watson coming, would we end up actually keeping Fuller for chemistry?
Everybody think that Fuller is a guaranteed gone. I'm going to leave that situation alone, but y'all don't understand the situation. I'll just put it like that. Everybody like, Fuller was the worst signing. Or he was the best one, and I'll just leave it alone. Next.
Scott Jackson says Tua mistreated the Dolphins by letting his teammates, coaches, and organization and fans down.
Ain't nothing to say there. Facts.
Okay, let's see. I do what I can do to get Rodgers this offseason. I'd give Green Bay our next 3-round picks.
Yo, I just found out. So y'all check this out. And y'all can verify this. We don't have to give up any draft picks for Aaron Rodgers. Based off of what I'm hearing is he's not under contract next year. He would just be a free agent. He will be a free agent, ladies and gentlemen. You don't have to give up no draft picks for Aaron Rodgers. Have you thought about that? Have you thought about that?
Someone says, TD, you actually... Oh, wait, I already read that one. I apologize. You ever break any bones, TD? Right, it's a random question. The rain/no pressure change and the cold weather hurts. It's a real question. Add all that hip rotation for playing all seasons. He's trying to hide pain to make his millions while he can.
Another reason you move on, man. Tua got something wrong with his body that he is hiding, in my opinion. I don't know this to be a fact. I'm speculating on that because, man, it's too much. It's too much going on. The overthrows, the underthrows, something wrong. Because they, move on. Move on.
Someone says, forget about Watson. He is done.
What happened?
Someone said, forget about Watson. He is done. Someone said, T-Rich, Tua's ability has only jumped off the screen minimally for 1 game in 2 years.
T-Rich said that?
Somebody, I guess, said that to T-Rich.
Oh, okay.
Watson is an upgrade in every aspect of QB.
There ain't a single thing Tua Tagovailoa does better than Watson. Period. There ain't. It just ain't.
TD, keep tell us things about Watson. I know you know something.
Yeah, I know something. But again, time always tells. I know a lot of something.
Get rid of Flores, of course. Hold on one second. There's not a lot of questions. TD said he's happy. TD said he's happy. The team sabotaged Tua to see how Tua handled it.
Sure is.
So now we get Watson and set him up for success.
That's right. That's dumb. Because he still was never gonna be that dude. That's right. You know what? You act like I'm a shy.
Rashad Brown.
You think I'm a shy away from saying that? No, because that was the plan and they executing it. Tua ain't even in the stratosphere of Deshaun Watson. So doggone right. I'm not finna sit here and settle for the next 5 years of finding out he ain't the guy. I already know he ain't. Get him out of here by all means necessary at all costs. He need an offensive lineman, draft a wide receiver in the first round. He need an offensive lineman, draft a pass rusher in the first round. He need an offensive lineman, give me a safety. Sabotage. Get his behind up out of here. Let's go Watson and then go get 2 offensive linemen right after you secure them.
All right, let me go down to the bottom real quick. I gotta skip a lot of questions. Let's see. Sorry, guys, I'm gonna go back up. Somebody said, preach it, TD. If there's one thing the Dolphins do this offseason, they keep to it, is get a better backup QB than Brissett. Brissett better be gone. Brissett.
We got a good backup quarterback in Tua Tagovailoa. Now, I don't know if they're gonna end up moving on from him, and I don't like that. I would love to keep Tua in Miami as a backup, ladies and gentlemen. Let's be clear. But they ain't gonna do it, which I'm sad about.
Someone said, TD, Houston was a way better team than Miami will ever be, and Watson coming here will not change anything. I guess they're saying he couldn't get it done.
Because they don't know football. They don't know this man was over there putting up 30 points and still losing games. That's that Tua narrative crap again.
Miller Hendricks says, TD, you're a real Tua hater.
You better know it. Hold on, stop right there. You better know it. Who is that, Hendricks?
Miller Hendricks.
I applied to be the president of the Tua Hate Club last week after he had that trash game. And I got an interview on Sunday. A live interview at 4:30 p.m. With the head of the organization of the Tua Haters Club. So on Sunday, if I get the job, you gonna know. Doggone right, I'm a hater now. After Sunday, I embrace that role. As a matter of fact, it's a good look to be a Tua hater in these days. If you ain't a Tua hater, you look like a buster. How about that? How about that?
Yeah, he said, TD, you're a Tua hater. Yes, Deshaun Watson is a superstar, but when he gets indicted or escapes persecution, you really think he ain't gonna get in any trouble here in Miami?
I don't care what he get into in Miami. We're securing that guy. Get over it. All these what ifs. Well, if he come here. It's so funny how y'all automatically know the future when it comes to Watson. But you couldn't tell the right future with Tua. You were wrong. You're not future readers. You're not freaking, you're not psychics.
I think somebody is saying, TD, do you know who had the argument with Flo after the game?
Do I know who had the argument with Flo after the game?
Eyes.
Well, the argument in the locker room is private information. I'm going to leave it that until a story come out about it, and we'll leave it be. So I'm sending eyes back to you.
Dolphins Fantasy says Tua was fine throwing left-handed. It's the hip injury. Watch his mechanics before the injury. The ball flew like a rocket. Now it ain't as fast.
Tua just ain't no good.
Let me see. I think people were saying that's sad because of your comments. Hold on.
He can be sad. You know what? You're going to be happy next year. You're going to be happy next year.
Someone said, can I get an amen, amen, amen? Someone said, we hate Tua over here. Someone said, I heard someone say that Tua will end up in the XFL and the CFL. Someone says Tua had every chance to prove he's the guy, but he didn't. Now I embrace it. I'm a Tua hater. TD Phins, what do you got to say for people that want Tua over Deshaun Watson, even if Watson is proven innocent?
What do I have to say about the people who want Tua over Deshaun Watson? What am I saying to those people?
That want Tua over Deshaun Watson, even if Deshaun Watson ends up being proven innocent. What do you say to those people?
What I've always said. Nothing's wrong with your wanting Tua. You like the kid. You've invested in him so much that you want him to be a Dolphin. You want him to succeed. You want him to accomplish greatness with the Miami Dolphins. Nothing has ever been wrong with that. But it ain't happening. He can't do it. So we're going to upgrade. If you're a real Dolphin fan, you're going to move on and be happy with whatever quarterback we move on to. It's that simple. Nothing was ever wrong with you wanting Tua and wanting him to be the guy.
Ian was laughing.
But if they move on from him.
Fanatical Pro is a new member. Welcome to all Pro Fanatical. Let's see here.
What's up, Fanatical? Welcome to the membership, bro.
Pete says Tua guys would be on Tua's side if he had the 22 allegations Watson had. Think about it.
Man, let Tua have them 22 allegations. Bro, this is Tua. You think he's out here? Oh, my gosh. Flores is setting him up. This is Ross, Flores, and Greer. They're all setting this kid up. This kid, oh, my gosh.
Jafango says, TD, Watson was the passing leader that year with a crappy team, which means that he is putting up numbers.
Bro, we don't have to argue with people that keep on bringing up that 4-12 narrative. They can do whatever they want. Every time somebody put a 4-12 in my comment section, I don't read 4-12. That 4-12 turns into ignorance. That's what I see. Every time I see 4-12 in the comment section, all I'm reading is ignorance. Ignorance. Because guess what? If the Miami Dolphins, if this defense was pure boo-boo trash, like they were that year, and Tua Tagovailoa went 4-12, what would they be doing then? Yeah, they'll lie to you right now and tell you what they be doing, but we all know the truth.
Miller Hendricks again says, that's the one that called you a hater, Tua had a bad game, and now everyone is crucifying him.
Which one? Which one? Can you be descriptive, Henderson, whoever you are?
Miller
Hendricks? Which bad game? Are you talking about the Saints? Are you talking about the Titans? Are you talking about the Jets? Are you going back to Buffalo? Are you talking about Atlanta? I mean, which one you talking about? Which one is you talking about? Tua had a bad game. Bro, you got to name the week. Y'all, for some reason, think that this was the first bad game. This man was rated under a 55 PFF for 3 weeks in a row. And y'all make it seem like this was the creme de la creme game. Oh my gosh, boy, look how blinded y'all are. This man, oh my gosh, man.
Someone said our entire team evaluation is skewed because of mediocre QB play.
Exactly. They can't even, they talk about you couldn't get a real evaluation of Tua. Stop lying. You can't get a real evaluation of this O-line, these receivers, or nobody with Tua, or the coaches. Limitations at its finest, man.
Okay, someone says, please, people don't understand. Dolphins getting Deshaun Watson players will want to come play in Miami. He's saying players will want to come play in Miami.
And everybody will be flooding to Miami if Deshaun Watson was here.
It's not going to happen, people. Tua was Mr. Ross's pick, so you can't blame Coach Flo for wanting the quarterback that went to the Chargers, so-called Flores, in the clear Mr. Ross is the GOAT.
Ross wants Tua out of Miami, man.
Okay, let's see.
And I'm not debating that was his pick, but it was only his pick because his first two options, he couldn't, Greer couldn't execute his first two options. So he was like, all right, go get Tua. And now he can't stand the kid. Now he can't stand the kid, and I said it.
Pete said, Pete said, I gave you the application, TD, and you successfully passed and hired. Welcome aboard, TD, to a haters club. Pete told you that.
Pete, my interview Sunday, Pete. Come give me my job Sunday. I want to get hired on Sunday. Sunday is the passing of the torch. It is the last game. And you see, it's twofold. I want Tua to ball out so well, just so y'all can think you still got hope and get slapped in the face a month later. And then a part of me want him to look like trash again, because I want y'all to continue to live in your misery for believing it would have worked in the first place.
Someone said Watson is overrated.
Yep, long as he overrated Tua. Overrated. Then what does that make Tua?
You mean rated over Tua?
I meant it however I said it. They did it. I'm talking about Watson is overrated. Then what is Tua? God. Watson is overrated. God, no, you insult. Trust me. If you think Watson is overrated, that is an insult to Tua.
Someone says Tua's dad will not let him be a backup. Someone else says Tua needs to man up, still letting his daddy run his life, and I guess his career.
But can you play quarterback at Alabama on a master's degree?
Tony.
What?
Tony, stop.
I'm just saying, he don't want to be a backup. Maybe Alabama will take him back. Is he eligible?
Tony.
He ain't eligible?
Tony, you need to stop.
I'm just saying, he can go get a master's and see if he's eligible. Maybe he got one more year eligibility.
Someone said, hi, Watsonite reporting. They're called Watsonites.
Shout out to all my Watsonites. Where y'all at? Put it in the comment section. Watsonites. Oh my gosh.
Brian Gonzalez says, Pammy, too loud. Brian Gonzalez says, I'm not a Tua hater, but I like Tua because of his potential and what he could do for us next year.
No. You like Tua or Watson?
He likes Tua and what he can do for us next year. That's what he says.
What can he do for us next year? His draft capital is shrinking. What kind of draft capital you think he's going to give us?
Watson, I am Danny 716 says, Watson doesn't play defense. Miami's defense is still horrible. So Tua or no Tua, Miami still allows too many points.
What, Miami's defense is horrible, huh?
He's a Bills fan.
Miami's defense is horrible, huh? Get out of here, man. You don't belong on this channel. Bills fan. Talk about Miami defense.
Well, his avatar is a Bills. So.
and Buffalo's shaking in their pants at the thought of Watson coming to Miami. All of them, and they know it.
Yeah. Someone says Watson's not doing nothing but leading the Dolphins to 4-12.
I take that.
Someone says Sam Howell is looking better and better. Tua had every chance to prove he's the guy, but he didn't. Somebody says if Watson getting indicted, we breaking him out. Oh my gosh, I'm done. Someone says Tua has a low football IQ, period. I am tired of the mediocre. Another Chad Henne or Chad Penny at best.
That Wonderlick should have told y'all. That Wonderlick test should have told y'all. Maybe that Wonderlick test was right. Tua scored like a -12 on his Wonderlick.
Someone said Hurts kind of reminds me of a young 2012 Russell Wilson. Scramble play action QB while running the ball. Took Wilson 2 years to develop into the passer he is today. So I don't know what that means. Keep the energy, TD. You have been right on Tua all along. Thank you for speaking facts and truth. When do you see a trade for Watson happening? And you have new people coming in that weren't here earlier.
Yeah, I'll give it 60. Well, it can't happen until March 16th, but they'll agree on something. Listen, we got less than 3 months, ladies and gentlemen. Help is on the way.
Someone says, Chitty, why are people acting like Mac Jones is the reason why the Patriots are in the playoffs?
They led by that defense. Mac Jones has had his struggles too, but you know what Mac Jones can do? Mac Jones can call his protections and then pre-snap audibles and reads at the line of scrimmage. That's one thing that's going to help him at least get a chance to develop for 3 to 4 plus years. And if he arrive, he arrive. If he doesn't, they'll move on. But he's going to be given a fair shot because he got the basic intangibles, brain as a football player to overcompensate. We were on the round table the other night, and the guy said something that was genius, which everybody they don't really think about in this NFL. Brady isn't. People don't understand how good Brady makes an O-line look. Now I know we comparing Brady to Tua, but the difference between Brady ain't the greatest athlete in the pocket. Brady ain't the greatest, physical talent, but Brady knows how to call his protections. Brady knows how to check into a run when it looks like the overload and he got one more rusher than he can block, and this play requires 3 seconds. So instead, he gonna run it to the left. Brady knows how to look at Tannehill when we played him last week. Everybody talk about Tannehill only threw the ball 18 times. Tannehill about 12 times in that game tapped his helmet, talked to the O-line, and audibled into a run. Most of those plays were passing plays. So when he got certain looks, he audibled into the runs. Even their big runs. I want you to go look at the big runs. At the line of scrimmage, he tapped that helmet, yelled at the O-line, and they run the ball.
Do you think keeping Tua until next year's trade deadline, if Watson comes with a 6-game suspension, would be a smart idea?
Get rid of him as soon as possible. We don't need him in training camp with a tsunami coming through throwing 6 picks. Nope. Get rid of him ASAP. I just cut him. I just cut him.
Someone says, TD, hate on Tua's play, but not on Tua. He is a wonderful young man.
And when have I hated on him? I've always said he's a great kid. I don't care if they take it personal. That's their business. I ain't responsible for their personal feelings. So, at the end of the day, Tua Tagovailoa as my quarterback, trash. He's a great kid. He's a great kid. Great individual, great person on the record. I don't hate on him as a person. I just go hard when it comes to football. Now, everybody make it personal because they love him so much. They love him. They don't love him just on the football level. They let their football, football critique become personal. So they get in their feelings and they make it personal. I'm not making it personal. I'm keeping it strictly on the field. Trash play. Bum on the field.
TD, do you think Justin Herbert put more pressure on Tua to be good?
No. I mean, at the end of the day, why would Herbert put pressure on him? You are who you are. What, Herbert got to say, oh my gosh, Herbert out there throwing this. I got to do it now. It's just to look good. Listen, that means you can, and listen, it didn't put pressure on him. Because if it did put pressure on him, then that's even worse for Tua. That's an even worse look if he even compared himself and tried to be on that level. That's even worse because he failed. So no, Herbert didn't put more pressure on him, and he didn't try to live up to Herbert's expectation. He just tried to be the best version of himself he could be. As he said to y'all the last 10 times you heard him talk, I just can be the best version of me that I can be. I can only control what I can control. You know, I'm not out here trying to be a superhero. I'm not trying to do anything outside of what my job entails. You know, just bare minimum.
Mike says Watson is not an option until he clears his name. He is no closer to doing that than 1 year later.
Which isn't true, but keep going. You need to go ahead and look at the updates.
Mac Jones versus Tua last week of the season has no hype. Mac is loved and Tua is not loved. That was Pete.
They may not even play Mac Jones.
Let's see here. Someone says we might have to keep Tua as a backup because nobody will give us anything more than fourth, but he isn't worth the money. Tua lover, what is he here? Tina, you should sing Super Gorilla to Tua. You could have been a superstar. Remember, we thought you could throw, but it's not safe for you. I don't know, somebody. Okay, people are laughing at you. TD loves Tannehill, and he's still a Dolphin fan. Get over yourselves. Y'all are not real fans.
Let's go Tannehill. Woo!
T. Rich, again, there's more people putting 4 and 12, including T. Rich in the section. 4 and 12, 4 and 12. Let's see.
Let them be.
If you don't think 33 TDs will help our team, buy a Texans jersey.
No, don't just say 33 TDs. Tell them how many yards he had. And led the league with 4,800 yards. Also tell them how many interceptions.
Damian D says, help is on the way. He gave a donation. Help is on the way. Watson 22.
What's up? Yeah, you better know it, Damian. Already here. It's already worked out.
See, people don't understand. Dolphins getting Watson. Okay, hold on. I already read that. True ignorant tune is. Tua football skills is a gremlin. Watson's never proven he can win. 412. He's going to prison. He's not coming here. Same old nonsense talk.
Then why you here? Why you here?
That was scant dollar.
4 and 12. He going to prison. More nonsense talk. Then why are you here? The ignorance is real, man.
Mike again says Watson has never proven that he can win.
Watson hasn't proven that he can win, yet he has postseason experience.
You know what people...
Yeah, he won a playoff game already. Y'all just ridiculous, man.
But you know what's so crazy when people say that, and this is just me interjecting, that people can say, well, Tua doesn't have what he needs around him, but Watson that clearly has no ability, he can't get that same benefit of the doubt that there was nothing around him at all.
Wait, they running out of things to say.
No, I'm just saying people pick and choose when they
Tua ain't got what he need around him, but they don't acknowledge what Watson had the year
and still put up better numbers.
And still killed the league with better numbers.
Right.
Best touchdown to interception ratio in the league. Highest yards in the league. 33 touchdowns. Go look at the rushing yards. Y'all sad.
Just go look at a YouTube video of him doing an analysis. You know his IQ is there.
You saw that new one on Twitter they put out.
Okay, let's see here. Just for next year, if Watson gets suspended 8 games. Oh, okay, let me see.
I don't care if that man gets suspended 17. We secured his rights. Let's go.
TD, would you trade a first rounder for Tunsil?
A third rounder?
A third rounder. I'm sorry. A first rounder for Tunsil.
Yeah, I would. I mean, you got 2 firsts and 2 seconds for him.
TD, if Flo could put together this defense, that means he knows how to stop a QB. Wouldn't he know if Tua wasn't it in practice?
Yeah, they been knew he wasn't it in practice. They knew that when Fitz was him. That's why they were confused. Even Flo was confused. He looked, ever since they started Tua, Flo was looking sick in the press conferences. And then this year, they already knew what they had in them, but they had to play him because they couldn't get Watson yet because of the situation. Y'all think that they thought they were going to have Tua this year? Some of y'all need to wake up and smell a coffee. Y'all thought that they really thought they were going to have Tua this year? They were trying to get Watson before the draft. But all that crap dropped, so they had to move on. They had to stick with what they had until they could figure it out.
Sorry, I'm really behind on...
Just go all the way to the top.
Hillary has no stake in our game. She is speaking unbiased facts. Thank you, Color. Okay, I have to go. Sorry, guys. I was so behind on the comments. I had to go all the way to the bottom. So let me see here. With the trash gutter, TD, this bump to ever get. Oh gosh, they're going so fast. Mac Jones has limitations, but he's smart. Tua is slow mentally and physically. Lord Jesus. Hold on. Let me see if anybody has a direct question.
You need to find that phone though.
I'm looking for
This is dying.
TD been waiting to ask. Oh, TD been waiting to ask you. You think Watson is our Tom Brady? Brady was only missing piece Bucks needed in Super Bowl's first year. I believe Watson is our lucky missing piece and the difference.
Watson, with the right team around him, has the potential to be greater than Brady. Y'all have to understand, let's be honest about it. Brady is a great quarterback, but Brady has a lot of limitations that Watson does not have. Watson can make every throw Brady can make. Watson can read a defense just as good as Brady. I mean, he can do just about anything Brady can do. Brady has just had that clutch gene on the biggest stage. But Brady has also benefited from that defense for so many years too. Look at Brady in the playoffs. Brady ain't known for putting up buku points in playoffs. They be having smash mouth battles that come down to the fourth quarter. With this, Watson has a potential to be just as good, if not better, than Brady because he got the edge physically and with his physical ability. That's just the truth. So, Brady to go, but you give a 20-year career to Watson with the right defense, he could be just as successful. We could look up and have 5+ Super Bowls. That's a real reality. People don't have to acknowledge it, but it's a real reality. You very well could.
Someone, Pennywise says, Watson cannot hit all the throws. Your cap, TD.
That Brady can hit? Are you serious? Like, some of y'all need to really stop. Watson can't make all the throws Brady can make. You count. Well, the hate on Watson is real, but that's all right. You're going to get to hate him every day come March. Watson haters. Y'all going to step into a new role, but the difference is he going to always shut your mouth.
Someone says Watson is better than Mahomes.
I agree. Especially from I would put their skills very similar, but from a mental standpoint, reading defenses and all of that, Watson by far over Mahomes. Don't forget, Mahomes is pure talent. Mahomes even admitted he couldn't even read a defense. You don't think he still struggles with certain looks? Of course he does. He's just very elite at improvisation.
Let me see. Someone says, Pennywise says, I don't support sexual defendants.
Sexual what?
Defendants.
Sexual defendants?
That's what they said.
So you don't support yourself?
CD, I love you, bro. You're straight speaking the truth. Concerned citizen said that. Somebody else says 4 out of 12. Somebody else says Watson sucks.
Yeah, we know. We know, but you're going to have to live with it.
Someone says, will Tua ever get over 300 passing yards?
He did it once. I think he did it once in 20 games, maybe twice. I don't know.
Then people trolling me. Will the Cowboys make it to the Super Bowl?
It's all right. Listen, man.
Don't start with me, Tony. Don't start with me.
I'm not talking about the Cowboys.
Yeah, okay.
I was just saying that people are going to hate. They'll jump on you if you ain't singing nothing but Tua's praises.
Oh, my gosh. Let me see. I'm trying to go all the way back because I skipped so many. Come channels deleting their Tua text. They had. I've been on and said video been deleted. I could go ham like Kanye, but I don't like going against my brother.
Pete, they deleting videos?
Oh my gosh.
They deleting videos? Pete? Man, I ain't gonna lie, Pete. I remember about 5 weeks ago, man, I had certain people talking about, oh, TD better shut his mouth now. He's being proven. Just that one game. it tells you it wasn't just that one game. When are we going to be honest with ourselves and realize in a 7-game win streak, the defense led the way in every single one of them?
You have people putting Watsonites off in the comment section.
Let's go Watsonites.
Okay, let's see. Someone said, if Watson's rusty, that's what training camp is for. Oh, people are concerned about him being rusty.
Listen, he in the building.
Homeboy hasn't played football in a year. Old Russ Bucket Watson.
You know what's funny about that? So, in week 1 this year, Tua tore his ACL. Y'all be sitting there talking about, oh, well, next year. Stop. What's the difference? Joe Burrow ain't played football in almost a year either, did he? And look at him. Joe Burrow ain't played football in almost a year.
Miami Best said a rusty Watson is better than a fresh Tua.
Oh, man, a rusty Watson is better than a fresh Tua.
That's what he
said.
That's
tough.
Yeah, it really is. Yes. Oh, somebody says, Tony, I think you're losing connection. If somebody says very bad connection, I don't think they can hear you.
Yeah, I'm out in
they can't hear
in
you.
the back roads.
I don't think they can hear you.
Can y'all hear me? Yes or no in the comment section? Are y'all at the bottom?
Yeah, I think so.
Yes or no in the comment section? Can you hear me?
Somebody said connection is fine for me. Let's see. We can hear you good now. Okay, they can hear you now.
Yeah, it might be in and out at times because I'm on some back roads and stuff. Whatever, man.
The Phins tailgate says, I've been just hanging back listening to TD. These Dolphins fans need to be honest with themselves. Tua is gone. Enjoy the last game. Hopefully he goes out with a bang and he makes his trade value go up.
All right, y'all listen. Tomorrow is a joyous day. I don't want nobody to be sad or glad, okay? It is Tua's retirement. Tony. It's his last day of work.
Tony.
It is. Tomorrow is Tua's retirement party. And it's his last day of work, okay? So come, bring your cards. Bring your farewells. Great career.
From the Dolphins.
Retirement from the Dolphins, okay? All right? So we should celebrate the service that he gave our organization. Even if it was only 2 years. We still appreciate all the jerseys he helped sell. And all the memorabilia in the seats that he helped fill.
Someone said that's low-key evil. Somebody said you're low-key evil.
I'm low-key evil?
I guess so. That's low-key
evil. Listen, man, the way Tua played versus the Titans was evil. Okay? Talking about I'm evil. I still can't get that pass out my head to Mac Hollins for a 5-yard out in the dirt. What's wrong?
God. I can't find out what phone it's going.
Oh,
anyways, let's see. Insanity, Damian, let me get that Tua jersey. Insanity said, TD gonna be feasting tomorrow in the inside of Tua's plays. Bad. Man, I'm enjoying his play tomorrow. I hope he has a historic game. I'm gonna be like, man, maybe one day we can call him out of retirement. Tua just doesn't have basic arm talent, which is scary. TD, Watson, Fuller, and Johnson will be back with Watson next year. You think? Question mark.
Watson, Fuller, and who?
Watson, Fuller, and Johnson.
Oh, yeah. Well, there you have it. We'll see.
I am Danny716, the Bills fan, says, okay, let's just say you get what you want and get Watson, then go 5-12. Then what?
Then you go 5-12. That's no difference from saying, hey, let's say you stick with Tua and you go 5-12. Doesn't matter. You go and you try to get better. It ain't no guarantee to nothing in the NFL. Y'all need to stop making these scenarios. Yeah, but what if you do that and it don't work? There's a chance nothing will work. I don't get y'all point when y'all ask that crap. It's the same risk you take with Tua, but that's a worse risk. That's a more dangerous risk.
OG Micro says, are you going to stream any games today?
Are there games today?
I think so. There are. I think so. T. Rich says, I'll check for you. I'll check for you in a second. T. Rich says, you will all regret this. This organization will be, he said, you'll be cursed for years to come, allowing two of it to walk out with a peace sign.
And I'm the evil one. and I'm the evil one.
He put 2 of the goals.
We over here getting cursed, and I'm the evil one. Oh my gosh. You can't make this up.
Hold on.
You all will regret this. Maybe. But I'm willing to live through it, especially if it's with Watson coming.
Vincenti, Damien, and he that I won't mention, but his name ends with a Dolphin fan. Okay, I don't know what that is. What's wrong, Kimmy? You sleepy? Okay, go to sleep. Okay, not burning my Tua jersey. Cowboys playing Eagles tonight. Oh God, I can't watch.
Another wasted game. Well, both of them playoff potential.
I'm not gonna watch though.
Jalen Hurts. Hold on, you mean to tell me Jalen Hurts is a 7th seed right now? Am I wrong, y'all? Is Jalen Hurts a 7th seed? Are the Eagles in the playoffs right now?
They are. Yeah.
Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh! You can't make this up, man.
Titty, I believe soon the players will leave the locker room for the game. The equipment manager gonna start clearing out Tua's locker.
Yep. We'll see. Leave it there until we replace the quarterback.
Harbaugh just confirmed that he's interested in coming in the NFL on Bleacher Report.
Yeah, I'm sure he is, but he got too many teams that's gonna be coming after him.
Let's see. Someone says y'all are 9-8 with Tua. Y'all will be 4-13 with Watson.
All right, that's because Tua is a better player than Watson, right? Stop.
Talk out crazy. And he keeps putting crazy stuff in the comment section. So, hey, TD, I watched Watson film like you, and this man is a playmaker. I totally agree. With Watson and a few more pieces on the offense and a change in coaching offensively, we are a 12-5 team minimum next year. Kevin Lee.
Let's go!
Let's see here. It's a double header tonight, I think they said.
Who else playing outside of that one?
They said the Chiefs play tonight.
Who they play?
Guys, who do the Chiefs play tonight? There's 2 games. The Cowboys at 4:30. There's a game at 8:30. Are you streaming it?
It depends. I don't want to stream the Cowboys one because I don't think that's real playoff implications. Both teams, I believe, will make it. But what about that Chiefs one?
Someone said T. Rich runs to his
Chiefs and who?
Let me see.
I don't know. I might do it.
Chiefs versus Denver, Dallas versus Philadelphia. Kevin Lee.
What time is the Chiefs Denver? And if I do a game, it'll be that one.
Can y'all tell Lisa times, please? Titty, I appreciate the Fitz appreciation. Titty, I appreciated your Fitz appreciation video. Yep, and they don't need Watson now. Eagles are just fine with Hurts. One less bye. Will Jalen Hurts turn it around?
I mean, Jalen Hurts has some talent. He has his ups and downs, but...
Oh, Denver Broncos. Chiefs versus Broncos.
4:30?
Yes, Eagles already clinched.
Wow. So they don't even need this game. Man, I'm done.
Chiefs at 4:30, Cowboys at 8:30.
Man, Jalen Hurts in the playoffs. Oh, my God. Joe Burrow, Justin Herbert, almost everybody drafted that year, including Jordan Love on the benches in the playoffs. Everybody in the playoffs. Oh, my gosh. And guess what? Jalen Hurts played a great game in that last game to help his team get in.
Is all the sophomore QBs in the playoffs except Tua?
Every single one of them except Tua.
Yeah, I'm shaking my head. And he's laughing.
And Tua was the biggest reason 2 years in a row in the game that would have got us in potentially. He stuck up the joint. Stuck it up.
They said Mac Jones also. He's in the playoffs.
God, dog. I forgot about Mac. Oh my. Hillary, you don't get it. The 2 quarterbacks drafted before him in. Every one of them after him is in. Oh my gosh.
Oh my God.
And here's where the real insult is. The last game that these teams needed to win to get in, they got shut. Did you see Joe Burrow Sunday versus the Chiefs?
No.
Balled out. Did you see Herbert?
No, I didn't see.
Did you see Jalen Hurts?
No, I didn't see.
Mac Jones and them even put up 50 points.
I didn't see him.
And Tua out here can't even get a touchdown.
Tony, don't.
He can't even get a touchdown.
Tony, you know what your doctor said.
He didn't even get the 3 points. Duke Johnson did.
Oh my God.
Gosh, man.
Oh, y'all's kicker did?
Yeah, no, the running back ran 2 nice runs on that drive, and we couldn't do nothing, so we kicked the field goal.
Oh my God.
You can't make this up, man. In the 2 games to get you in, those were Tua's worst games. Worst games. Get him out of here.
Someone says the real insult is that Tyler Huntley is going to get the Ravens in the playoffs. That's the real insult.
Man, oh my God.
Herbert threw a 50-yard bomb to break the Chargers TD record.
Wow.
Isn't that the one you wanted, Herbert?
There's just a lot of specialness all around us, just not with us.
Isn't that kind of just y'all's luck to end up the way it ended, like the way it played out? It's like it's just y'all's luck that it played out like that.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Ravens not making the playoffs. Jay Herbo. But y'all kind of got to blame yourself because when y'all were sitting up there tank for Tua, y'all should have been like tank for Herbert.
I blame Chris Greer for not being prepared in that first round and listening to the media. Listening to the media.
And the fans.
All the media, Omar Kelly and everybody else was sitting there talking about Tua. Yeah, I heard him. All of them sit out here talking about we going to get Tua. And sure enough, we got Tua. And boy, oh boy.
Did y'all get him?
I wish they'd have just listened to me in the first place.
It's okay, man.
But no, I'm actually appreciative that it went down this way. I'm very appreciative that it went down this way.
Why is that?
I hurt for Dolphin fans who had to live through this. But sometimes people got to learn a lesson. There are lessons to be learned. And it's that simple.
I hear you. All right, so let me see. It says, why everybody so hyped? Why was everybody so hyped about Tua in college?
I don't know. My pre-draft analysis saw a lot of holes. And everybody said those holes didn't exist when I said it and said that I'm hating and I'm lying and I don't know football. But he gets straight to the NFL and every single hole that I say he had has showed his little ugly head.
Someone said Tua did hit Waddle for 40, but Waddle had to slow down and catch it because Tua could throw him open touchdown, but he has a weak arm.
Listen, man, Tua's inconsistently inconsistent. The best throw he had all year was to Mac Hollins. A few games ago, I don't even know which game, on the right side. It was the first pass I ever seen him throw in stride in the NFL 20 games in. 20 games in.
Yes, baby. Okay, we'll get you some names.
Listen, man, my phone is at 7% anyway. So I'm about to get up out of here, man. I just wanted to come kick with y'all while I was on the road for a little bit. We only got about 45 minutes left on our trip. I may go live at some point today.
Thank you, John. I appreciate it.
What happened?
Hillary, you need to do this again with TD. I love it. Thank you. Love you, Hillary. I love you back.
And to those people after this video that's going to be like, I couldn't listen to this. The mic quality was terrible. God, stop crying about everything. I'm on my cell phone in a car on the road. I'm not at home with the nice mic and all of that crap, okay? So,
You'll be on later with that.
Yeah, I'll be on later with a better quality sound, okay? But yeah, man, like I said, man, I'm about to get up out of here. I just wanted to have a Q&A on the road to help me through the road trip a little bit. We only got about another 45 minutes and we'll be to the crib. But I appreciate y'all coming through, hanging out with me. I don't know. Like I said, I'm not going to guarantee that I'm going to stream the game today, but we'll see, man. Because I need to get some of the, table figurines together for Tua's retirement party tomorrow.
Oh, my gosh.
So, that's going to be a big celebration, man. So, until next time, love y'all.
Don't eat your words. What if y'all bring it back one more year?
If we bring Tua back another year, I'm going to sit back and enjoy it. Just another year of people realizing. Another year of realizing. That's all it's going to be. Trust me. And that's with an O-line and a run game, all that crap. Because you know what? Versus the Jets, that O-line played a hell of a game. Versus the Jets, we ran for over almost 150 yards, and he still looked like a bum.
You know what's
Always
so
talk about if he had time to throw in a run game. Well, versus the Jets, he did, and he looked terrible.
You know what's crazy? And maybe these people are just trolling, and maybe I have a different perspective because I have 4 sons. But people are saying Watson straight to jail, Watson straight to jail. I'm a woman, right? So I totally get that perspective. But does his perspective not matter either? Like, what if this man is truly innocent? What if he was truly innocent?
Well, you have to understand, first of all, a lot of these people don't even know what he's being accused of.
Right.
You got people out here throwing out the 4-letter word that start with R.
Right.
When ain't not a single case is alleging that.
Right, right.
You know, so a lot of them just hate him, so they're gonna, call him the worst thing ever.
Right.
But at the end of the day, let the system play itself
That's
out
what I'm
and
saying.
see
Why
how
can't
it
people
falls.
let the system play? What happened to innocent until
This
proven guilty?
This man is being investigated for indecent assault.
I think that's character assassination.
Misdemeanor.
I think it's so wrong.
Well,
You protect Tua's character, say he's a good guy, but you'll completely slaughter Watson's character without any facts, and I don't think that's fair. I think keep it football. Just keep it all football at the end of the day.
well, it's hard for them to do that because he stands in the way of their beloved Tua Tagovailoa,
Right.
who has a retirement party at 4:30 p.m. on
Sunday.
Sunday.
I said, I think of my perspective as a woman, and I totally think that these women's voices should be heard. But as a mom of 4 sons, if my son was in this position, hopefully he never was, but I think my son would have a right to be heard too, especially if, he was innocent. These are career-ending allegations, so I think people should just be very careful and let the system, play itself out. But that's just me.
Yep.
But anyways.
But love y'all. Appreciate y'all. I will see y'all later. Fins up no matter what. Retirement season, baby. Bye.
Bye, guys. Love you.